This session we're going to cover how you affect the prices you've already added to the system based on different variables. So we're here in admin, service types, that's the grid we can see behind. And then we've got these options here. We're just going to cover these off. They're pretty straightforward, so we'll do this in one video. So increase price by time of day. So whether you've added fixed rates between 2 points or you've added pricing matrices for different customers or a global account or different service types, you can by time of day, sorry, by the time of the day. So you can say, for example, from 23:59 through to 0600. The customers are going to pay an extra 10%, and then you can decide whether the vendor or the drivers receive any more money. You can do that on all zones that you've created, so all of the shapes that you've created up here in the polygon zones, or you can select individual zones. So you can, if it's further out the way, maybe you want to, between these times, because you've got to run a driver there, for example, more at night time than you would during the day, you can do it on a particular zone. You can apply this price across all customer accounts, or you can just select an individual one. And is the increase a fixed value or a percentage? So is that 10% or 10 euros, dollars, pounds, etc. And when you save it, you end up with the rows that are built out down here. So from 7 till midnight, account gets an extra 10%, vendor gets an extra 5%, driver gets an extra 5%. Okay, and that's across all accounts. Okay, you can make changes down here as well, and then just click on Save. So in exactly the same way, by date range, so public holidays, right? So date from and to, and the hours on those days. So New Year's Eve, Christmas, whatever, festivals, etc. Exactly the same process, all right? The only difference between the hourly and the days are these two boxes here, and just by clicking on them, you can select the dates. Okay, and once you've saved it, again, they all appear down here, and you can make these changes. So the next one is increase price by on-demand surge pricing. So the closer to the time of booking that somebody is making the booking, you can affect the price. So, for example, you would build out some variables here. So you could have, for example, from 0 to, so if they're trying to book a vehicle within the next 2 hours, so they've called up or they're booking online using our corporate booker or our B2C booker or the passenger app, you can say if you want to book in the next 2 hours, you're going to pay an extra 10%, but actually I'm not going to pay my affiliate or my driver, depends who you're allocating the ride to, any extra. That applies to all zones. It can be all customers using the global account matrix or just one individual customer. And it's an increase in percentage. And we just click on Save. And you'll see down now we've got our first one there. So the next one could be from 2 hours to 6 hours. It's extra 5% for the customer, nothing for the vendor or the driver. And again, all zones, all customers, and it's a percentage, and we just click on Save. And then we start to build out, these could be higher, that could be 15, for example. You can make changes here, click on Save. That could be 10, and then you could have another one from starting at 6 hours going to 12. All right, it's just a way of saying these are our prices that we're going to charge you, but we need to know what we're doing, so the sooner to the time of booking you book, the more expensive it's going to be. Right, so the last option here is restricting bookings by time of day, and this applies to the web bookers. So if you close your office at 11 at night and come back in at 7 in the morning, you don't want somebody to be able to go online and make a booking for 7 a.m. That you're going to miss, and then obviously you have a service failure on your hands. So for the web bookers, the corporate web booking application and the B2C, you can say from 2300 through to 0700 for all zones for a particular customer or all customers if they're booking online, even down to a particular service type. So maybe you would like them to book the small four-door saloon, but if you had something like a VIP saloon or a people mover or a minibus, you can restrict it by service type as well. So once you clicked on save, you have your entry down here, and then you can go ahead, you can make some changes. Okay, and then you can create more based on zones or customer accounts. And if you delete it, it deletes forever. There's no archive option here like there is across the rest of the platform. It's just deleted and you can recreate. Thanks for watching.